Welcome back to my channel. I'm Venus from Heart's Desire by Venus, and we are working on our vintage Circus Lapbook. So last episode we put these little pocket tag flaps in, and today we are going to address this section, which is one of the front covers. Just gonna fold that over. So I've come up with something here. We're going to mat this, and then in these kits that I'm using, they have these great little envelopes. So I decided I'm going to mat them on the inside cover here, and then we're going to put something extra sweet inside the pockets. So let's start by matting our back piece here. And remember, this is going to be folded all up. So I'm trying to keep my cover areas, things that are on them, up reasonably flat so that when we do fill up the junk journals inside, they're not pressing too hard against these pages. So I'm just going to mat this. I'm going to tape and glue my usual. Oh, I think I'm running out of glue again. Get some good amount of glue on the cover here. And doesn't matter which way is up. I'm going to burnish it on here. Get a nice adhesion on there. And then we're going to put our envelopes, and I think I'm going to put the big one on the bottom, small one on the top. And again, I'm going to tape and glue these on so that they do not come off. So extra glue. Get this lined up just right. Perfect, right there. And same for the top one. Get it all in there. It's just trying to find a different way to use these envelopes that come in the kits. It's too easy just to fill them with something, put them, and tuck them in somewhere. So I thought this would be a little different. And they're not floating around or anything. So I'm going to glue these in. I like this one. It's got a little different closure than you see most times. Just got a little slip there. So then what I came up with to go inside are these cheater shaker tags. And I call them cheater because we're going to use those sleeves that we used in the very beginning here to make card holders. We're going to use those. They're like, I don't know, hockey card hold sleeves or ATC sleeves. But anyways, I turned them into shakers because in these kits, there's a lot of these fussy cut shapes. And where did I just put the one I was going to make into a shaker? I just lost her. And I wanted to use them besides, oh, there she is. Besides the obvious sticking on pages. So I cut a couple of these out and I made them into little shaker tags, which I thought would be perfect to go inside here. And this one, I'll put some string on it there and to go in there. So I'm going to show you how I made these. They're cute, easy, super fast. Because usually with the shaker tags, you got to do all that layering and the cutting. And I'm like, ugh, no, I don't feel like that. So remember when we did the couple videos back, we used these sleeves to make them for ephemera holders. And we did cut off some of these pieces. And I thought, well, how can I use these? Well, we're going to turn these into shaker tags. Nice and easy, I thought. Where did I put my other piece? Here. So what we're going to do, I just cleared my desk to make space to make this video, and of course I think I knocked everything I was using on the floor. Typical. Anyway, so I'm going to cut one of these because this lady slides in here. Just like so. So we're going to use one of these. So I'm just going to trim one out. Now you can see they've got the little spots on the sides here where they're already glued closed, and except for the top part. So I'm just going to cut on the outside of those to keep that intact, because that's going to make it a little easier for us to get our stuff in here and sew these closed. Now, you could glue these if you want. I'm going to sew them, of course, because that's just what I like to do. So, we've got her in there. Now, where did I put my tag template? I had a tag template here. I guess I'm just going to take it back out of the book I was using. And here, we'll just use this as the tag template. All right. So you just make sure, you know, like for my case, I measured to make sure that this would fit in that envelope that I was creating. And so I just basically, I made a tag, cut it down. We're going to use this one here. Looks good. So I'm just going to trace around your template, whatever fits into the envelope, or if you don't care, you can make these bigger too if you're going to just put them in a bigger pocket or line them up somewhere else. But I'm just going to draw around here, and now I'm going to cut my template, my piece out, and I'm just using some of the bits, the offcuts that I've got for this here, so that it's using up a lot of your little bits, which comes in handy. And I'm just going to cut the corners, the usual. Perfect. So you got a tag shape. I'm going to ink it all up, front and back. Just make sure it's all inked up. Now you could line the back side of this with some coffee dyed paper, or double mat this so you have a pattern piece on each side. I'm not going to worry about that. I think what I might do is when I've done these, I might come back later and stamp on the backs of some of these. But for now, I'm just going to ink them up. Okay, and then we've got our lady that I'm just putting her in there. And now, if you had bigger sleeves, you could go all the way around. Make sure I'm in screen. If you had bigger sleeves, you could go all the way around to the top. But I'm actually just fine about doing here. And what I've got, I don't know what you call these. These are like little tiny micro pearls. Just tiny. But you could put glitter. You could put whatever you want in. I'm just pouring a bunch of these in the bottom here. So she will be a shaker. So now I'm going to go to my sewing machine. Now this is a little tricky and you're going to have to be patient. So when I stitch this, I started stitching right across the top to keep the beads in. And then as I get around to the sides, I kind of just tilt this on my sewing machine, tap it so the beads get out of the way so I can stitch all the way around. So I'm going to do that and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, so I stitched all the way around with my machine, and now I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the excess of that plastic sleeve that's sticking over the side of my tag. Just trim it away because you've already stitched you don't have to worry about the beads coming out. So now you've got cute little shaker. No fuss, no muss. I didn't have to layer anything on there, which, to be honest, I know some days those look really great and you get a nice pop-up, but I just didn't feel like doing it. And I had these extra sleeves around. So I thought, this is a great way to use this. So I'm just going to put a bunch of little, just put a little bit of a tie on each. Not too big because they're going to go in the envelope. I don't want them to be sticking out too much. I'm just going to put a little bit of this waxed cord on the top here. a nut. Perfect. Oop. Do the same thing on this one. Fingers are not cooperating this morning. I might have made it too small. Let's just see here. There we go. Yeah, I think I cut this piece just a little too small, and I've got no fingernails right now. There we go. Perfect. So now I'm just going to get the book out and slide these back here. And now we've got cute little shaker tags to go in our envelopes. Just fast, no fuss, no muss, no measuring. Super cute, I think. And it uses up some of the die cuts, this fussy cuts out of there. Slide that in there. Got the tags sticking a little bit so you can see them. And perfect. I know it's just a short video today, but I just wanted to show you how I made those cheater shaker tags. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We will be working on, you can see we're getting fat here. We'll be working on, I think, the covers here soon and some of the junk journal parts on the inside. And I can't wait for you to see how this turns out. We're getting close. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon.